everywhere.
Obviously a tough call. This is the first layoff in the company's history dating back to 2011, 2012.
A Winnipeg-based cannabis company is laying off about 40 staff members and closing its medical clinic as part of a cost-cutting measure due to an industry that appears to be saturating. Delta 9 has announced temporary layoffs and plans to scale back growing operations, including closing its medical cannabis clinic. The company plans to reduce capacity by roughly 40% at their production facility, which CEO John Arbuthnot says is due to a market that has too much product and too many producers and retailers.
It's really the oversupply of cannabis nationwide. It's driving that price and margin compression. It's making it very difficult for cultivators and wholesalers within the industry to compete.
The idea of these layoffs is definitely detrimental towards the economic growth of the industry here in Manitoba.
Stephen Stairs from the Cannabis Business Association of Manitoba says the provincial government should be doing more to support cannabis businesses. He says if nothing is done soon, more layoffs of this magnitude could continue going forward.
The next 6 months in the cannabis industry will be a very big litmus test for those who survive and who don't. This is going to be a time for people to either sink or swim, and to have supportive legislation from all levels of government would drastically improve the sustainability of the cannabis industry.
The 2022 Canadian Cannabis Survey conducted by Health Canada shows that cannabis use among Canadians plateaued in 2022 after continuously increasing between 2018 and 2020. Chris Britton, owner of Black Tie Cannabis, says with what appears to be less users and more businesses popping up, it's becoming harder to be a cannabis business owner in Canada.
The competition's crazy. You've really got to be on top of things and be able to do things that differentiate yourself. It makes it pretty tough.
Britton says, including his business, there are 3 cannabis stores within one block. He believes cannabis consolidation will become the norm moving forward.
A lot of consolidation on the top end with a lot of these big retailers that have, streaming spots all across the province and the city. And then it's going to be supplemented by the mom and pop neighborhood stores. I think that it's just as like most retail is right now.
Despite the recent layoffs and cutbacks, Delta 9 has just opened its 40th location. Arbuthnot says all levels of government need to recognize how fast the cannabis industry is evolving.
Governments at all levels need to step to the table and say, we're a few years in from legalization. There's been large investment, large jobs creation as a part of this industry. How do we make sure that we help this industry evolve for the next stage of growth?
In Winnipeg, Karpa City News.